Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, John Howell here. I have I have an interesting chart that I want to share with you right now. I've just been doing some analysis, some screening and some scanning in the market. Their markets are closed. They're public holidays. I'll tell you what. So when I used to work at a job, I'm like, oh my goodness, public holiday. Oh, I'm so excited. Now I'm like, what's a public holiday? What? So even on the public holiday, I'm still scanning the markets, looking for my opportunities. There's actually a lot of amazing opportunities that are happening right now, guys, underneath our feet. And are going to be for the rest of the year. Be excited, guys. This is exciting times. There's so many amazing opportunities in the market. Oh, I'm so excited. I recently finished doing a private coaching. Every week I do a private coaching call with my coaching clients, private coaching group. And I was talking to them about the opportunities and so on and so forth. Anyway, that was like over an hour long. I only have a short time frame with you, but let me focus on one thing that I want to share with you in this video here today. Guys, I'm telling you right now, have you ever heard of the cup and handle pattern? It's actually a pretty amazing pattern, right? And not many people actually see this. But one thing I noticed is I was looking at the Nasdaq. And I'm like, hang on a minute. Okay, so we have the Nasdaq here, and on the Nasdaq, on the daily charts, look what we're building here. You know, we're building a pretty nice. Actually, let me just take most of those moving averages off, so we can just look at the chart itself. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're looking to read the market better, like get a good understanding of the market flow, then I'll recommend doing lows, looking at the highs and lows. So uptrends, downtrends, but also having a chart that looks like this. I've always found it much clearer for me. Some people have their charts that look like this. They have the grid lines like this. They have the CODE here, the code right here. And noticing one thing, notice how the chart itself is disappearing. So the best thing to do, guys, is just look at the charts, look where the highs and lows are. And from that, you can start to get a good understanding of what's going on in the markets and what's happening right now and how to actually move forward. So the thing is this, guys, is that when looking at Nasdaq on a short-term base or on this overall sort of chart of the last 12 months, we are squeezing up into an ascending triangle pattern. Is it ascending? Sorry, my two brain cells are not working right now. Of course it's ascending. It's not descending. It's not going down. It's going up. So it's ascending. All right. So look what's happening here. We're just developing. We had a little bit of run up, and now we're developing this squeezing. This is a weekly chart we're looking at right now. You can see up here it says W. That means for weekly charts. And we're looking at the weekly charts, and what's happening is we're squeezing up into here. We are about to take on a serious movement is about to happen. Now, I might sound like I'm contradicting myself here, but it actually may be down. I don't know. I believe in everything with the stimulus and the supporting and, you know, with the 0% interest rates, I don't believe we're at the top yet. I believe we're going to go through a third and fourth quarter absolute explosion. In fact, if you already look at the retail sales, second quarter was absolutely just crazy. Wait till you see the rest of this year, guys. Wait till you see the rest of this year. This rest of this year is going to be absolutely just bonkers and go, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited, guys. Just make sure, get it. You know, if you haven't gotten a coach or you haven't got a good trading system, then come check my stuff out. There should be a link in the description. Go join my training or whatever and just learn. Okay, learn it. If it's not me, you want me as a coach, go find someone you like and go deep. Don't go wide. Don't be like, oh, I use this, try this, try that, try this, try that, try. No, don't be a little bumblebee and just trying all these different things. No, find one thing. And go deep, baby, deep, real deep, which means become a master of that one thing because there's so many amazing opportunities right now. I promise you guys. Anyway, I'm being a bumblebee by going back there. Let's go back over to what this chart was saying right here, right? Back over to the charts. We're squeezing up. We are about to make a break, and the break is about to be severe. Now, Let's actually do this here. Firstly, I'm gonna. You thought I forgot about the couple handle, didn't you? Right? Yeah, I know you thought. John, you talked about the couple handle, and then now you've gone back to here, and now you went back to being a bum up. It's like, all right. I'm gonna get back to the cup and handle. All right, just be patient with me. It's like, John, what do you want? So anyway, look at this here. So the daily charts. If this is an ascending triangle pattern, if we start to break to the upside, where is it likely to go to? Well, how you identify that is if you ever identify a nice little triangle pattern like this, what you want to do is you want to see this top point through here. In fact, let me go to the daily chart so you can see this a lot more clearer. See how we have the top point through here, and then we have like the trend line down the bottom here. Well, then what you want to do is you want to draw it from the first point, like there. It might be a bit lower, so we could actually use this point right here. And you want to extend that all the way down to right there on the trend line. Again, let's go back to the weekly chart here for a minute. So when we look at the weekly chart, we can see this is an ascending triangle pattern, right? You measure from the high to the low of that trend line. Then what you do is you want to bring this out like so, and you want to bring this up, and therefore that tells me that if we start to break above 14,000 and break out, we have a really good probability of 16,500 on the 16,500 on the on Nasdaq. Now that actually makes sense, guys, because if we look at the actual what's been happening in the tech sector, Amazon, Adobe, all the markets, they look like they've been doing nothing for like 12 months or more. But they look like they're actually starting to break out. Let me actually show what I mean here. So if I look at, say, Amazon here for a minute. Amazon here, let's go back to the weekly chart. Amazon right now is still going sideways, but we've just broken to the upside. We've actually made this slight higher high. We could be making a higher low. So if we start to do this over the next, say, few weeks and break above 1360, and we create this higher low here, that tells me we've just spent all this time going sideways. When the market goes sideways like that, this is building energy or building fuel. And then we release the fuel, and then we're likely to go for a big move, just like it did back here. See what it did back here? Look at this here. Nothing. And once we broke, guess what? We're building fuel here. Once we broke, we use the fuel here. Building fuel. If it breaks, we're likely to use the fuel, and so on and so forth, right? It's an amazing trading technique that I use. Which is just amazing. Anyway, so again, that if you want to learn more about that actual trading technique, just click on that link in the description, guys. Go join my next training that I'm running, and you'll be able to see more about that. What I mean by building fuel and energy fuel. I don't want to go too deep into that here, because that's not what this is all about. So that's the whole purpose about the tech sector, right? The tech sector, I believe, is going to rotate into some serious moves. We've done nothing for a long time, even things like Adobe. All right, Adobe looks like it might be holding up quite strongly as well too. So we may be getting ready for a breakout. And guys, I seriously believe the third and fourth quarter this year, we're going to see an absolutely massive explosion. And so there's going to be a rotation. And remember I said before, guys, when market's not doing much, it's building fuel. And then suddenly releases fuel. So I really just see that. Now look at this here. So that's what I'm seeing there on the daily charts and the weekly charts here. Now let me go do something. We had this chart here. This is just the normal chart. Now, what do I mean by a normal chart? Let me go to chart properties. Let's go to scaling. See how it's an arithmetic chart? Well, look at this here. If I change this to a logarithmic chart, so let me go to this one here. Click this one up here. This is a logarithmic chart. All right, so bear with me here for a minute. Let me go to this chart here. Let's go to scaling. See how it says logarithmic? I've just changed it to a logarithmic chart. Now that may or may not mean something, but let's have a look at this here. So I went to the Nasdaq. I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, cool. I see the Nasdaq. And then if I go down to my monthly charts, I'm like, oh, this looks so crazy, right? Crazy. It's like, oh my goodness. This looks like a cup and handle pattern. It is absolutely nuts. And a cup and handle pattern looks like this, right? So we have the move up, and then we have the then we have the handle, like so. Once we break above the handle and we break above here, Then we're now, what you do is you measure from the high to the low. So you want to measure from that high point to that low point. Once we break up, we measure from the low to the high and we project that up. We're now likely to do that. So this is what I did here. Let me actually take everything off the screen here. Look at this here. So firstly, we had this big move up, like look at that, big move up. And then we came down, and now look what happened. We sort of based out, but we see how we started to come back up through here. So it's not an exact cup and handle, but I know, look at this here. It's like, ooh. All right, the noise has come out. It's like, oh, look at this. Logarithmic chart. You come on down. Johnny's on you, right? We have a high point up here. Then we have a high point up here. I'm like, okay, cool. But look what happened here. Notice how we actually, if we have a look at this, notice how we came down, but then we started to come up. And then notice also, we had this little bit here. So you can make a case for saying, okay, this was the cup, here was the handle, and now we're breaking out. Whoa, look at that, right? Just crazy stuff. So if this is a cup and handle, which as you can see, we pulled back. Oh, by the way, guys, if you guys follow silver and gold, this is exactly where we are right now with silver and gold. It may take another 6 months for it to start to break above these previous highs, but right? Because look what's happening here. If I go to my weekly charts, this point through here is actually the handle, by the way, guys. And look at this here. This is actually a weekly chart. That was actually the handle on that big cup and handle pattern. And now look what we started to break out. And now look what's been happening overall. So let's go back to that monthly charts here again. Just crazy stuff. So what you do is, okay, then there was the sort of the cup, and what you do is you measure from the low point. So let's actually measure this from the sort of the low point through here. And then we want to go to, let's go back to monthly charts. All right, cool. Let's go back to the monthly charts here for a minute. All right, and then we want to, again, there was the handle, right? So like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, just for illustration purposes. Right, there's the handle, and then we broke above. But the measuring side of this is that if we measure from the high, which is the point there, and we come back down, measure from the low, that point there, and we extend this up like so, and now we project this out. Look where that is. Oh my goodness. We're talking about a 20,000 now. Isn't that interesting? Markets love round numbers for some or reason. Look at this here. 5,000, and look what happened there. 1,000, almost 1,000, look what happened there. 10,000, nothing there. Maybe 20,000. So are we about to see another supersonic boom to the 20,000 mark? Very, very interesting. Guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. There's two patterns. One pattern, which is this one right here, which is the triangle pattern, says if we break above 14,000, we should see around 16 to 16,500. And then there's a much bigger pattern. If I go back to this chart here, which is the logarithmic chart, looking at the monthly charts, says that we could see a 20,000 Dow. Now, we could see this first, or we may see something like this, and then maybe something like that, right? Because as you can see, it steps up. I'm down, higher, low, higher, low. There could be something like that, right? So we get a pullback and away we go. Or in the state of where we are right now, we could just be getting ready for a one big explosion. There we go, guys. Oh my goodness. I did not recognize this. Two powerful patterns that are going confluence with each other says that, are we about to see a massive explosion in the tech sector? Hey traders, John Howell here. I want you to join my next webinar where you will learn all about trading. You want to learn about trading, right? So come down and join my trading webinar and you're going to learn about trading. On this webinar, you're going to be learning the secret number one. This is the one thing that all successful traders know and do that took me from $250,000 in debt to making a full-time income from trading and why most traders suck and lose money. If you're losing money right now, you don't know why. Secret number one, you're going to learn exactly why and what to do about it. Secret number two, I'm going to teach you all the details and all the steps to my most powerful trading system on the planet for the last 16 years that gets over a 90% success rate. Wait until you see the system. It's simple. I'm going to break it all down. You're going to learn all the steps. And the beauty is that this works on any market. Stocks, futures, cryptos, options, metals, miners, any market out there. In fact, I'm going to share with you dozens of examples of how it's worked on silver, gold, some of the crypto stocks, using options as well too. Any market out there, you're going to absolutely love this. Wait till you see it. I'm going to break it all down. And also, secret number three, I'm going to share with you not only my amazing trading system, but I'm going to show you my amazing and awesome scanning tool that scans over 3,000 markets, stocks, whatever market you want to find the most powerful trades in 30 seconds or less every day. Using this amazing scanning tool allows me to have all my trading done in 30 minutes or less. Once I go through all the stocks and find the trades, boom. And the best thing about this is, guess what? I trade for freedom. When I started trading, I wanted freedom. And not only do I have an amazing, powerful trading system, but now I also have an awesome scanning tool that allows me to find these trades as well too. I'm going to share with you exactly what that is on this webinar. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnslivetraining.com, johnslivetraining.com, or there should be a link around the description. I'm around this page. Go click on the buttons. Click. Join me. I'm so excited to see you on my next webinar. I'm going to share with you all the details. If you're losing money and you're not sure why and you're stuck, secret number one's for you. If you're looking for an amazing trading system, secret number two is for you. And also secret number three, how I can take my trading, have it done in 60 minutes a day so I can go and enjoy my life and have freedom in my life as well. Go to johnslivetraining.com for my free webinar and I'll speak to you real soon.